My name's Sydney, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is May 22nd, 2019, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studios, where I am joined by Jim Senacropi and Josh Durso.
Here we are.
And happy birthday to Taylor Dombrowski.
Woo.
Had to throw that in. Best friend.
Today
Is the official day.
Is the official day.
So
She's getting so
another
old.
one of those that's like
Getting so
celebrated
old.
for like 10 days?
Of course. I mean, we had her party technically on Sunday. We're all going out to have a drink with her tonight, and then we go and celebrate it again on the beach for a week.
Yeah,
Wow.
you got quite the life.
Everybody's getting old.
Yeah, she's getting old. She's getting up there. She's still living like she's a young whippersnapper, though.
Time flies.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and we like to have fun, and we do like to do a lot of drinking. And speaking of drinking, there is a sponsor
We're all drunk today.
Yes. Cheers. We decided to drink before this. Just kidding. But today's episode is brought to you by DA's Liquor in Seneca Falls. They would like to wish everyone a happy and safe Memorial Day, and they have tons of specials going on from now through Memorial Day. From wines to spirits, DA Liquors has everything you need to have a great 3-day weekend. And I can attest to that because I was in there, and they have, you know, the bright neon-colored little special tabs on all their boxes in there, and there's so much. My favorite is they have the red, white, and blue, like, Smirnoff. It just looks so patriotic. It's like, even if you don't like it, I feel like
That
you have
has to
get
be one of the most stressful businesses to be in ever.
You think?
You walk into any liquor store and it is just
That is true.
Lot of
400,000
inventory, yeah.
things, and they're all different.
Well, the
Yeah.
best part about that, especially if you're looking for a particular wine, Amy's very helpful.
I was
She's,
just going to say
you know,
that.
It's how long is that business? They've been in business 50 years.
58 years.
Almost 60,
Her,
yeah.
I think. Like, her dad opened it before. I know it's longer.
Yeah.
I don't want to be quoted because I think it's longer, but it's something like 58 years.
And they're open on Memorial Day.
They are open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on
In case you run
Memorial
out.
Day. Yeah,
It's a
right.
long
I mean,
weekend.
a lot of people don't like to stay open on the holidays, and she only closes 2 times a year, and it's Easter and Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
No, Christmas Day.
Eve is a huge day.
Yeah, Easter and Christmas Day.
Wow.
Yeah, but thank you for sponsoring us. She has some new deals up on our FLX Deals site.
Yes.
And she'll be adding a bunch of stuff. She just joined on to the crew. And
Deals.fingerlakes1.com. Go to it, people.
yes,
If you want to save some
she
money.
has a great special on some tequila right now, and I love some tequila, so I'm going to have to go there.
Or you can click on FLX Deals at the top of our homepage on the navigation
That's
bar.
easier.
Or
That's much
Yes,
easier.
Yes, I
you
agree.
can, if you have the app, which if you don't, I don't know what the heck you're doing, but you can
Right.
click on FLX Deals right
No.
there.
Yep, there you go.
And it'll load up the latest deals right on your phone.
Oh, yeah, CV Designs is having a 20% off sale until the end of this week. And it's all on her furniture and her decor and spicing up your
All the stuff
home.
like now's the
refreshing
time.
it. Yep.
The weather's nice. You're starting to get, and you want to do things. You want to like make your house look like a house again.
Springy.
Do it.
And if you miss Abigail's, if you used to go to Abigail's, and a lot of people went to Abigail's, they love the whitefish.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that before.
Yep.
But you can get the same dish now at Woody's Bar and Grill on Thursdays.
Yes, and they are actually closed on Memorial Day. She wanted me to let people know, but they will be opening back up and starting there every Thursday, that whitefish special where it comes with 2
It's
sides
so-
and a salad.
It is always so funny how like certain dishes like that, even after a restaurant closes, stays. Like people
ask
still
about
remember
it,
it. They ask
yeah.
about it. They remember it.
That's great,
If you can
though.
revive it, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's so much more. And speaking of Memorial Day weekend, there's a lot going on, right?
There's only one place to be.
Of course, the birthplace of Memorial Day, the one and only Waterloo, New York.
This is true.
And of course, there is a million things going on.
Literally a gazillion things.
I know.
If you look at their schedule, it's
Crazy.
I should have brought their little itinerary, and you just open it and you just keep opening it, and there's just pages of what's going on in every hour of every second of that weekend.
On our homepage, we have a Memorial Day guide on the right-hand side. You can click on it, and then once you're in there, you can access the whole menu, a PDF of the whole menu of events, or schedule, I should say, and it's extensive. You can't possibly, it's like, it's like trying to go to Disney World and
you're not going to be able to get to everything.
You can't get to everything.
No.
Someone should try it. We should challenge someone to do it.
It's impossible because there's concurrent events.
Yeah, there are things that are just doubling up.
But you don't have to stay for the whole event.
It's like It's a Wonderful Weekend.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
True.
You can try to do all of the things. You can try to do a lot of the things, but doing all of the things isn't going to happen. It's not
but the things that you can't miss.
Right. That tribute to the Fallen 5K race, which is very popular, is at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Then, of course, there's the parade down Main Street on Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Best parade of the year.
Yep, it is a great parade, and you should get there earlier than that to find a spot if you really want to be up front and close.
Like hours early.
Yeah. People set those chairs up the night before. Pizza eating contest is at 4 p.m. on Saturday. That is hosted by Cecchino's. That is always a sight to see. And the fireworks, of course, are on Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. on Oak Island, which is always a very good show.
Okay, here's the question, though.
Ask away.
So, if pizza eating contest.
Oh yeah.
If you're in the lineup, and I'm not saying you would be, but if you were, how many slices do you think you could reasonably get through before you hit capacity and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Are they triangular slices? Or
They're
thin crust?
They're a little, I want to say 8-inch pie. Does that make sense? There might be 8 slices total.
Oh, okay.
8. I think what I read last was the person who did it last time did it in like 12 minutes.
How many of them?
8 slices.
It's
it's a large pizza, and you have to like eat it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's. We have to look. They have it all on our deal site, the whole information about it. But I know you win a trophy, and you also win a gift card to Cecchino's. But I don't know if it's how fast it is or who completes it first.
Because here's why I asked.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all three of us have had those frozen pizzas that you get at the supermarket,
like Tony's
DiGiorno.
Yeah, like those things. Now, have you ever just like made one and just knocked it out yourself? Just taking out the whole thing alone? Because I've done that.
Oh, I have like the Tony's one, but that's like really thin and crispy. The thin and crispy ones, yeah.
I'm thinking of when we order from Cecchino's, on average, if I was like super hungry, I could probably eat 3 or 4 slices myself if I'm not eating any chicken wings. If I'm eating chicken wings, then I eat maybe 1
Cecchino's ordering tip. If you like the New York style thin pizza, because Cecchino's, the standard pies are a little bit thicker, I'd say, and they're great. But if you want thinner New York style, order the extra large pie with extra cheese, and it will come more because I think they use the same amount of dough. They just have to spread it wider.
Oh, that
pro
really
tip,
is a
little
pro tip.
insider, a little Easter egg.
Yes, I love Easter eggs. But I don't know.
So 3 or 4, what's your number? If you're like, if somebody says, do you eat as many slices of pizza as you can? How many slices is going down?
I'm trying to trim down, but if I was,
it's a contest.
Not part
it's
of
a contest.
Not part of the question.
It's a contest.
And you got to eat the crust too.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to eat the crust too.
Yeah, I mean, I could hammer like probably 10 pieces if I didn't have to eat the crust. But if I'd eat the crust, then I probably would stall out around 4 or 5.
Wow, I almost have you beat.
See, to me, I almost think like the difference maker in my side is whether it's hot or cold.
Wow.
Because if it's cold,
I have eaten lots of cold slices of pizza.
Cold goes down much.
A very close
cleaner.
person in my family did enter the pizza eating contest
last year, right?
Was about 1 bite away from being the winner until he decided to puke in the pizza box.
Oh,
big fail! But
is
that how on video?
It is on video. I should.
No, we should have pulled it up.
I know.
How do you get that close to victory?
There is a man that wins all the time. Actually, he's very well known in Waterloo.
Oh,
Kobayashi.
Their own local Kobayashi.
Yeah, he's.
That's interesting.
If I pulled up his picture, you guys would all probably know who he is too. I don't know him by name, but I think someone beat him out last year. That
Classic
wasn't
Finger Lakes One call out. Several years ago on the Sauce podcast, we did a live remote from Red's place, and there was a taco eating contest there. And a student from the chiropractic college, I can't remember his name, but he ate like 34, 35 tacos. He beat like a lot of local luminaries like John Walters and Bill Majors, and
that's too funny.
yeah,
was
that's
it
up there.
hard
You can
shell or
watch that
soft?
still. You go to YouTube and search for, or go to the fingerlakes1.tv and go through the Sauce Pod archives. They were soft shell.
Okay, that's easier, I think.
Is it? I think
Then
it's
hard
hard.
shell.
See, hard shell to me would be killer. I couldn't
don't eat
Hard
hard
shell
couldn't
is
shell.
navigate
easier.
that at all.
You just crunch them down. The soft shell is more chewy.
Oh,
But
that's
there was
making me
no
hungry.
time limit. You just ate until everybody
couldn't
else
eat.
submitted.
Oh,
So
wow.
he-
So you just had to out. It was a
Yeah.
true test of endurance.
It was an amazing episode.
Oh
and
my
like I said, you
God.
can still watch
I'm gonna
it.
go and watch it today.
But the kid ended up getting like a 5 or 6 taco lead, and then he stopped, and as
Let
someone
everyone
ate
catch
one more, he'd eat one more, and then once they realized
Smart.
that this kid was not going to be stopped eating them, they
30
submitted. Yeah,
30-something tacos is absurd.
yeah.
My
I want to say it was
question-
34, 35.
Was he a bigger kid or was he?
No, he was
not?
a tall. He was a he was also on a team that won the FingerLakes1.com 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Back when we used to have that. So this
He
guy
is just
loves Finger Lakes One contest.
competitive in his nature. It
Yeah,
must
but he was
be.
tall and slender, and he pounded those tacos down. It was something to see.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, well, the last thing I do have on my list that is very popular for Memorial Day is the Classic Car Show that is on Sunday, and
that's a good
that
one.
starts at 11 a.m.
Did you mention the fireworks on Saturday night?
I did.
Yeah, and Oak Island, they're on Oak Island, but you can see them from a lot of different venues. So they're really the first fireworks display of the summer.
Yeah, that's like the official start right there. That's
Yep.
the moment when summer starts.
Yeah, it's exciting that this
I'll
is
fill
here.
you in on the weather this weekend too later in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to local photos so then I can get to the weather.
Well, before that, I mean, I don't know if you guys seen what's going on in Lake Ontario, but again,
crazy.
it's happening
Oh,
again with the
yeah.
devastating flooding. We got an article up on the website right now with a bunch of photos.
So I'll give you a little bit of a rundown in terms of what we know right now. Obviously, state of emergency in Wayne and Cayuga County. That will continue until the flooding stops. At this point, the IJC, the International Joint Commission, is at full health. So they have all of the regulatory people they need on that commission to be able to appropriately regulate the lake level of Lake Ontario. So
Okay.
things should improve in the long term. That said, still most likely, the estimates right now are like 6 to 8 more inches of water rise over the next like 2 to 3 weeks.
And that's
Yikes.
with no more rain.
That's with no more rain.
Ugh.
So that's just sort of where things stand right now. As you can see from some of these photos, it's pretty clear that and these photos are basically a smearing of what we've collected over the last week and a half to 2 weeks. So
Wow.
to give you sort of an idea, there's sandbags right there. You're looking at 5-6 inches away from cresting the sandbags.
Jeez.
So
yeah.
in a lot of cases here, we could see a scenario that plays out a little worse than what 2017 was, but obviously everybody's hoping that when all things are finished and completed, and that's probably one of the most interesting photos right
That's
there.
so sad.
It goes to show you how delicate all of these shoreline communities actually are in terms of when they were put together and when they were structured, how little it actually takes to sort of offset
You
the
want to
whole
live right
balance.
by the water. And
Yeah. And I mean, when you're in, so think of Sodas Point. When you're in Sodas Point and you look out and around, and I've made this comment a few different times, it's like you feel like you're in a bowl and Lake Ontario is above you on all sides. Even when it's not above normal lake levels.
Right.
So that's just,
Oh, man.
we're hoping for the best up there, but of course we'll keep sharing and posting more photos from up there. We've got some great folks who keep, great photographers actually, who share a lot of gorgeous photos with us, and then they're also
Right.
documenting stuff like this happening too. So,
Which is great. We love it so we can be aware and see what's going on. Because I live in Wayne County, and some of those I'm like, I didn't even realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a little farther from SOTUS and places like that. But maybe we should get into some local photos that have a
Some
little
good
more
photos.
pep in our step, with a little more sunshine, hopefully.
Okay, let her rip.
This first photo, this hummingbird was fluttering in the breeze in Ontario County, and the photo is by Travis J. Smith. Yes, I love that. I wonder if he watched last week and heard my love for hummingbirds, and I need to get that ring.
That's quite a hummingbird feeder right there, too.
Yeah, it's very nice. Perfect reflections over Keuka Lake this past weekend. Photo by Brooke Gordon. Oh, I love that.
That one is pretty cool.
And the water is so calm. I love when it's like very peaceful if you were standing right there, I'm sure. Chris Trine captured this cool shot of the bluffs in Wayne County.
Wow.
Wow. That actually is pretty cool.
Now the water's up there too, right?
Yeah.
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 There's usually a little bit of beach below.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this photo is probably like a week and a half old. So
Steve Eichhorn captured this person fishing along Canisius Lake. Peaceful.
a little fishing.
I like it.
'Tis the season.
A little spying on
That
the
really,
fishermen.
that to me, that is just like prime spring Finger Lakes vibe right there.
It really is.
Everything's green.
That's exactly what I thought. Even
It's
the
amazing.
tree trunk looks bright green in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
In Seneca County, Chris Trine saw a quiet farm with a diverse crowd. Oh, I love it. Is that a little baby, what do they call horse?
Colt? Foal?
Full, I think.
Foal. At first, when I looked, first glance, it looks like a dog. But I
In
like the color.
kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher said that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. And I was like, no way.
I've heard that too.
Not true. I've come to find
It's not true, yeah. I definitely heard that and still think about that to this day. And calm waters at SOTUS Bay despite the flooding. Another shot by Chris Trine.
Wow.
Very calm.
It's like a
Love
nice
that.
summer morning.
Yeah.
Got many of them ahead of us.
I can't wait. I love that photo. This is a really photogenic squirrel. And this photo is by Steve Eichhorn. I'm going to say it's a he squirrel just because it looks like he's posing, like he's a male model squirrel.
He could just be climbing some terrain.
No, they're telling him
Or
to
she.
pose for the camera, and he did.
I was planting in my yard some plants, and I dug into like a spot where there was a bunch of mulch, and to the left of me, out jumps a little baby bunny, and then out jumps another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another
Wow.
one. And I was like, dang. Like
You
those,
destroyed someone's home.
Yeah.
well, I don't think. I think when the mother rabbits leave them, I think that's it. I don't think. I mean, I think they like leave them.
Oh, so these weren't like
heard-
babies. They were
No,
like
they were babies, but they weren't like newborn. They would probably been there for a couple months, but
Wow.
now they're off on their own. And the sad part is that they're probably all they might be dead by now.
I don't
you
know.
just uprooted them from their home and said, "Time to leave."
Right, but like,
Kicking
what am I
the
going to
kids
do?
out
Bring
the
them all
nest.
in, put them in a
I don't
box,
think.
and
Yes.
put them in my
See,
house?
here's the thing. What do rabbits eat? They just eat like grass, basically. I mean, there's no shortage of
Oh,
grass.
they're not going to starve. They're going to get
Birds
taken by
are even
birds
gonna-
and whatever.
I don't know.
Dogs.
See, because I see that since
Cats?
we moved
Yep.
into our new apartment, we have seen the same rabbits around our buildings for literally 4 months now.
But they're
Through
adults,
the winter,
right?
They were small. They were smaller originally. Now they're bigger. I
These
mean,
little bunnies were no bigger than my fist.
That's what I'm
Oh, wow.
picturing when they're like little curled up bunnies.
Yeah, they were
and then
like this
cute.
was their first time they've ever seen the world.
oh,
And they
Thanks
were probably
to
like,
you.
"What the heck?" Yeah, they looked at me and they
Papa
were like,
sent a croaky.
And
Just
then,
kick
they're
the
probably
kids
just
out.
dead now.
and I was like, "I can't, nothing I can do for
Did
you
they
guys."
run away like
Oh yeah, one by one they made their way out of the mulch into the yard and
with
like,
each other, or
good
they
luck,
separated?
little rabbits.
You're free.
I give you one of five. One in I think there was 6 or 7 of them. 1 or 2 of them maybe might survive the next
Oh my goodness.
24 hours.
20% survival rate's probably pretty good for a rabbit that age, that
You guys
size.
are making me sad. I want to go read the book Watership Down again. Wasn't that all about rabbits? That was a great book. Anyways, here's a look at Honeoye Lake over the weekend. Photo by Janet Bailey Gaines.
That's great.
Wow, that looks like super
That
summery.
is- yeah, I was
especially
gonna
because
say.
she's on a boat. I wonder if she had to wear a sweatshirt and pants for sure. And the Dog Day in Canandaigua, photo by Caitlin Simmons. Oh,
The dog days of spring.
yeah, dog days are here. I love it. Was that all of the photos?
No, I think that's all of them.
What's the favorite?
Oh, I just have to say, Shelly just messaged me, and she said that I can get those hummingbird rings at Country Max in Waterloo for $3.
Really?
Oh, Lord.
That makes me question something, though. If I can get it for only $3, how well is this ring going to work?
I mean, how well would you expect it to work?
I'm going to stick my hand out.
You've got to have you have to know that there's hummingbirds around your home.
I will sing, and they will come to me.
Number 2, you have to have tremendous patience.
They'll run away from you.
I have patience.
Fly away.
I'm going to... Thank you, Shelly, for letting me know, because now I'm even going to go to Country Max on my lunch break and go get one. I think I can splurge the $3, so maybe I'll even buy one for you, Josh, so you can have one.
No, I don't want hummingbird. I don't want those. They're a sad excuse for a bird.
Stop!
No,
They're beautiful.
They're like the insect of the bird world.
No, they flap. They can flap their wings faster than any other bird.
Yeah, they're very awesome birds.
Give me cardinals. Give me bluebirds.
No.
Give me blue jays.
We're
Even
gonna
those vicious
try
little
it out.
creatures.
I'm gonna be very patient this weekend on Sunday and just sit
Okay,
out.
let
in
me
my
know how that
backyard.
goes.
But yes, now we have to vote. And
I'm actually thinking it's probably the
I got
SOTUS, the picture that was taken up in SOTUS of Lake Ontario, the one that looked like summer. It was the first summery looking photo that we saw.
The
this week.
fisherman?
No, it was of Lake Ontario.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was Chris Trines.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to go with Perfect Reflections over Cupid Lake by
Brooks.
Brooke Gordon.
Yep, Brooks' picture.
Yeah, I'll agree with you, Sydney. There you go.
Yay!
Photo of the week.
That is beautiful.
Perfectly framed. It's like a bowling alley of clouds.
Yeah, I guess.
Bowling for clouds.
Yep.
Well, everybody had awesome photos, and if you would like to share your local photos from across the Finger Lakes, you can click on the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right of our homepage at fingerlakes1.com. Chris Trine sent in a lot of good photos this week.
He always does.
We hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks, I feel like, and then we just got our Chris Trine dose. So, on to the weather, which we are all so interested to hear about.
Like starting now on Wednesday, like things have broken. Like we've broken the chain of consecutive days with rain, and it didn't rain yesterday, and it was nice and sunny. And today it's nice and sunny. Chance of rain tonight. Another nice day tomorrow, and then we get into the weekend. And Friday, partly sunny with a high near 68, looking good. Saturday, high near 78, but
Okay.
a 60% chance of showers, possibly a thunderstorm after 4 o'clock.
Of
It's
course.
not going to be a washout day.
A wash.
It's going to be nice and warm. You know, this is a big day where most of the premier events are for Memorial Day, the parade and everything. I think everything will go off without a hitch. It's unless a thunderstorm comes through, which will be brief, you're not going to see much precipitation of any significance. Sunday, though, is my pick day. Mostly sunny with a high near 71. And then, of course, you don't have to go to work the next day. It's
Oh.
Memorial Day on Monday, and we are looking at a partly sunny day with a high near 69 with just a slight chance of a little passing sun shower. And then heading back
Passing
to work
sun
on
shower.
Tuesday, the temperature should stay in the 70s with more sun. So we've broken the cycle.
Yes.
Things are drying out, and we're ready to get into some real summer.
You're being very positive and pushing that into the universe for Saturday, and I'm going to take it because I want to have a good time on Saturday and some nice weather.
What are you doing Saturday?
It's actually, Jivo is having a big party, Memorial Day party out at his house, and it is Jessica Giovannini's birthday, now Lambert, her birthday today too.
Wow.
So we're celebrating that
Birthdays galore.
tonight and Saturday as well. We're going to have a big bonfire and, have a nice pig.
Well, I predict you should be all right as long as you can take cover in case a thunderstorm blows in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But we do have a lot of sports still going on this weekend, even though it is Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, Memorial Day's a big sports weekend.
No
Usually
rest.
it's the NCAA Lacrosse Final Four, which Syracuse isn't in it this year, which they used to be in it every single year. But anyways, NBA playoffs continue. Bucks at the Raptors. for Game 5 at Milwaukee, Thursday night at 8:30. Then Game 6, the series is tied 2-2, so there'll definitely be a Game 6, Saturday, 8:30 back in Toronto, north of the border. And then, if necessary, Game 7 will be on Memorial Day evening, Monday night at 8:30, and that would be at Milwaukee. The Stanley Cup Finals are underway. Game 2, St. Louis at Boston is at 8 o'clock tonight. Game 3 is going back to St. Louis at Saturday, 8 o'clock. And Game 4, Monday night at 8 o'clock, is at St. Louis as well. Nothing like Stanley Cup hockey, if you ask me. Yankees are at Kansas City for 3, Friday at 8:15, Saturday at 2:15, Sunday at 2:15, and then on Memorial Day they'll be hosting the Padres at Yankee Stadium, a little intra-league action at 1:05 p.m. The Mets, speaking of interleague action, host Detroit. The Tigers, Friday at 7:10, Saturday at 4:10, Sunday at 1:10. Then they go all the way to the West Coast on Memorial Day to take on the LA Dodgers at 8:10 p.m. That is ESPN's nationally televised game on Monday night. PGA Tours at the Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas for the Charles Schwab Challenge. And it's a huge Sunday for auto racing. The Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Coca-Cola 600 on the NASCAR circuit all underway. So lots of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of sports.
TJ's grandma will be excited for the racing weekend, racing Sunday. But I did just kind of talk about a little bit what I'm doing on Saturday, at least. What's everybody's plans this weekend? Do you celebrate Memorial Day?
I don't know. Maybe Monday, some sort of like a picnic or get-together on my mom's maybe. But I'm going to play golf Friday. I'm going to play golf Sunday morning. I'm going to play golf Monday morning. I'm going to do some yard work. We'll probably be out on the lake at some point.
Really?
Maybe on Saturday, maybe later in the day on Sunday. Some bonfires maybe here or there.
That sounds great.
No definite plans, but at least that I've made. But
you just described great things, like a whole Memorial Day filled patriotic weekend.
Plans, the plans get made for me. I make my golf plans, and then all my other plans get made for me.
That makes sense.
That's a pretty good way to go.
Does that happen with you?
And I know, I guess kind of, yeah, because I just don't really care. Playing golf on Saturday, playing golf on Monday. I won't be playing golf on Sunday because Sunday morning I'll be tabling at the Memorial Day festivities for the Suicide Prevention Coalition here in Seneca County. I will be tabling. That means I will be standing at a table. Myself and Natalie Carroll, we will be tabling Sunday morning, and the coalition will be there throughout the whole weekend. So
I never heard that.
I like that.
Way.
So
yeah. I'm going to go tabling this weekend.
Boothing?
Boothing.
Is it a booth?
It's tabling. You're literally we are literally at a table. So I mean it is tabling in its purest form.
The nice part of that is that you can leave your table at times to go and get something to eat and listen to some of the music that'll be there. I mean, if you've ever been to Waterloo on Memorial Day weekend, it's amazing. It's everywhere. You can walk to everything, and there's just so much. Great. You will never run out of things to see.
Especially when it's a nice weekend, too. No rain.
My pool's open.
Wow, proud of you.
Yep, I did that last weekend. But it's open, but it's a really old pool, so now I need to do a few more steps before it's actually good enough to swim in. Although
did you have any
creatures? Pretty good. It was pretty easy. No, nothing dead in there this year, which is nice.
That's always good. It's always interesting to see what could possibly have made it up under the pool tarps.
But I'm most pleased with some of the stuff I've done in the yard.
You'll have to take some pictures.
Well, I mean, it's not.
He's not that pleased with it.
A day in the life with it,
but
Jim's garden.
I split some. I forget some of the names of the. But I've made a plan for a lot of ground cover plants, so I've invested some money at the local Ridgeview greenhouse, especially to get some Massachusetts Connecticut, I think.
Connecticut.
I don't know. Anyways, I got some of that stuff in the ground and some other creeping phlox.
Whoa.
And then I have a lot of, they're the big green leafy things. I can't believe I can't think of the name, but I have so many of those in my yard already that I could split them in two and transplant them.
Oh, wow.
And so I've spent a lot of time this year already. And I probably will a little more this weekend too.
I wonder who's the person that names flowers. I want that job.
It would be a botanist.
Oh.
There it is.
Wow. Well,
and that does it for this week's episode.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you enjoy this
Hey,
show,
well, Jessica's not here. We didn't even mention that.
well, I mean, I think that
She'll
was
be back
very
next
apparent.
week.
Will
Yeah.
she? I think
Yeah.
she got
I
2
believe
straight
so.
we've off.
We've been bad.
We've been wrong every time
for
we've said that she
3.
wasn't going to be here.
You
So let's
guys.
just assume she's going to be here.
Yeah, we're just going to assume she's going to be here. Put that
Okay.
positive energy out there. But you might be right. Who knows? But again, thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the show, click like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next week. And until then, have a great Memorial Day weekend here in the Finger Lakes.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.